On to the Congress party now. Like I said at the start of the show, it's a major setback that the party has suffered. Just ahead of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra commencing from Imphal in Manipur, Milind Deora, a close aide of Rahul Gandhi and a senior Congress face from Maharashtra, or a former Congress face from Maharashtra, has quit the party. Deora has joined the Shivsena Shinde faction ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. Taking to social media, the former Congress leader declared the end of his family's 55-year-long association with the Congress. He later addressed the gathering at the function where he joined the Shivsena and said that this was not the same Congress party that his father knew, that this Congress party does not believe in politics of gain, which is growth and nationalism. Instead, this is a Congress party which believes in politics of pain, which is all about personal attacks and negativity. He accused the Congress party of being blinded by animosity towards the Prime Minister. Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, formally welcomed Deora into Shiv Sena, symbolizing the transition by presenting him with the flag of the Shiv Sena. Let's listen into all the reactions of the story so far.
अफसोस की बात है कि आज की कांग्रेस और 1968 की कांग्रेस, जब मेरे स्वर्गीय पिताजी ने इस पार्टी में शामिल किया हुआ, और 2004 की कांग्रेस जब मैं इस पार्टी में शामिल हुआ, दोनों कांग्रेस में बहुत अंतर है, बहुत फर्क है। मैं पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ गेन, GAIN में विश्वास करता हूं। गेन का मतलब ग्रोथ, एस्पिरेशन, इंक्लूसिविटी एंड नेशनलिज्म। मैं पेन की राजनीति में विश्वास नहीं करता हूं, PAIN, पर्सनल अटैक्स, injustice or negativity. The same party that used to offer constructive suggestions to this country on how to take the country forward, आज उस पार्टी का एक ही उद्देश्य है कि मोदी जी जो कहेंगे, जो कहते हैं, जो कर्म करते हैं, ऑटोमेटिकली उसके खिलाफ बोलो।
Remembering your days, but your first reaction to Milind leaving?
Congratulations. Very happy for him. The truth of the matter is, no self-respecting, well-meaning, well-thinking, pro-development individual who thinks for the nation can survive in the Congress party. Unfortunately, Congress has now become a poorly mismanaged run NGO run by Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his extreme left ideology obsessed darbaris who have taken a vow and a project to finish off Congress as swiftly and quickly as possible, and they are working on this project overtime. I'm pained to say Mr. Rahul Gandhi is the first general of an army who has a gun pointed towards his own army rather than towards his political opponent, and the price of which is being seen by that Congress is collapsing like a house of cards.
But Jaiveer, the timing is something which the Congress is asking, because it happens to be the beginning of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, and they're saying it's deliberate that he's decided to leave today, and there's a BJP hand behind it.
There are two kind of kids who fail in examination. One kid assesses the reasons for failing the examination. Other kid blames the teacher or the question paper. These Congress trolls and Congress darbaris are the second category kids who blame the teacher or the question paper. How much timing will they focus on? More than 450 Congress leaders have left under the command of Shri Rahul Gandhi.
ये सबसे अच्छा जवाब खुद मिलिंद देवरा दे सकते। मिलिंद देवरा की पिताजी, मिलिंद देवरा खुद, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी की दया से, सहयोग से मंत्री बने, नेता बने, और कांग्रेस पार्टी क्या दे सकते पता नहीं। हो सकता है कि कोई दूसरे जगह उनको लगता है कि वहाँ कोई जन्नत मिल सकते हैं, इसलिए चले गए। हम इसमें कोई लेना देना नहीं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इन लोगों को महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति में चुवानी की कोई दान नहीं है।
My colleague Yasha Kotak is joining me live on the broadcast now. Yasha, you have been tracking all the developments, and then you also saw when Milind Deora was given that membership by Eknath Shinde at the Varsha bungalow. Just sum up for us exactly what were the news points when both Eknath Shinde and Milind Deora spoke to the gathering.
Milind Deora, while being taken into the faction of Eknath Shinde, he happened to speak about, he was quite critical of Congress's politics. In fact, the news point that we speak of, when he spoke of that he wants to go in for pro-development, one of the very important point that Milind Deora made was he made a reference to the Congress that was there in his father's time to the time when he joined. In fact, when Eknath Shinde appreciated Milind Deora for taking this very step, both of them found similarities about how between Congress and Shivsena, that is the Uddhav Thackeray faction. Also, the important point that came out here was the connection between Murli Deora and Bala Saheb Thackeray. When he was accepted into the Eknath Shinde's faction, Milind Deora mentioned that in 1960s Congress was very different as compared to what Congress is in 2004. He also said that he was going in for development. He believed in the welfare of the people, in the larger good of the people, and that he saw being done under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and in Maharashtra under the leadership of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. So this was a very important point that he mentioned. He also spoke about how both of them coming in from Mumbai, both of them speaking of development in Mumbai, working for the welfare of the people. He mentioned about Bala Saheb Thackeray and Murli Deora's connection, about how Bala Saheb appreciated the work that was done by Murli Deora in Mumbai, and he said he wanted to continue with that kind of a stance. Again, referring to the two terms, pain and gain, that he spoke of, he said that he did not want to be in the politics that was painful to people, but wanted to work on the politics that works towards the gain
Right.
of the common man. On the other hand, when we spoke of Eknath Shinde took a critical stand against Shivsena, Uddhav Bala Saheb Thackeray faction. A very common stance that both of them put forth was the fact that if Congress and Shivsena were the party that were earlier formed, that were the party that they were 30-40 years back, then both Milind Deora and Eknath Shinde would have never stepped out of those parties.
Very interestingly, Mr. Deora also spoke about, the politics that Congress is practicing of personal attacks. He also mentioned Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So this is as, Yasha, give me a moment. I'm getting the first reaction from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Sinha has joined me on the broadcast. Sir, thank you so much. First reaction to what Milind Deora really said. He said Congress Party now is a party which practices negative politics of personal attack, does not believe in growth or nationalism.
He is the first leader to quit the Congress in 4 years. Has been, people have been fleeing out of the Congress Party much in the same way that civilians were fleeing out of Afghanistan after the Taliban took over. Used that simply, but that's how bad the exit of people out of Congress has been. And when it comes to Deora, only having with the party for over 55 years, that's a decision. But then, as he mentioned, the Congress not only practices negative politics, but also politics which is very self-centered, which is against the interest of the country. So I'm sure his decision is in national interest. And not only Milind Deora, let us take it beyond. Even it seems that Priyanka Vadra has differences with Rahul Gandhi's politics, because her absence from Manipur and her, being abroad when Rahul Gandhi starts his Bharat Nyaya Yatra has obviously raised a lot of eyebrows.
I think the Congress Party has a different version to that, Tuhin Sinha, but I understand the Bharatiya Janata Party is attacking the Congress for Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's absence from the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Congress says she's missing because it's her birthday and she'll join later. But coming back to Milind Deora, the fact that these are leaders who are legacy leaders, so to say, their families have been associated with the Congress Party. Will there be any kind of problem for Bharatiya Janata Party to work with leaders like these? Is your case that the problem with the Congress Party is only the Gandhi family leadership and not so much as its second rung of leaders?
Well, first of all, Milind Deora ji is not joining the BJP, to the best of my knowledge. He has joined he will be joining Eknath Shinde's party. So for us, he will be an alliance partner. But, like I said, more than who comes out, I think the bigger question will be who will stay in the Congress in the next 6 months. Because, like I said, the exit away from the Congress will be far, far more humongous. What you've seen is just the trailer. In the days and months to come, probably barring a few handful of people around Rahul Gandhi, everybody is going to flee from the party, because, third successive loss in Lok Sabha elections will be a disaster for the careers of many politicians.
And Bharatiya Janata Party is willing to work with these Congress politicians, especially in Maharashtra, some of whom have been accused of corruption by your party in the past.
I think you're mixing up issues. What do you mean work with?
When I
issues
say,
that-
see, it's
right
your
now
alliance.
it's a bipolar-
What I'll clarify what I mean. I said work with them because they're your alliance partner. So there is a possibility that even if they join the Shivsena Shinde faction, they could join you in the union because you're an alliance partner there.
No, so is Milind Deora, is his reputation tarnished, or does he have a corruption, background of corruption? I think you're trying to mix up issues which is not.
Mr. Sena, I'll repeat my question. Maybe you didn't get me right. What I said was that we have heard that Mr. Deora's coming to the Shivsena Shinde faction could open the doors for other Maharashtra Congress leaders to also cross over. My question to you was that since some of those Congress leaders have in the past been accused of corruption, are you...
Question. Right now, it's a hypothetical question. I would be able to answer it when that speculation turns into a reality, or if at all, that speculation goes beyond being a speculation.
All right, Tuhin Sinha, thank you so much for joining us. Let me also get in the other voices that we are getting. Mr. Dubey is also joining us on the broadcast. Dubey ji, आपका पहला reaction, उद्धव ठाकरे faction का पहला reaction, मिलिंद देवरा का शिवसेना शिंदे faction को join करना और जिस तरीके से उन्होंने प्राइम मिनिस्टर की लीडरशिप को प्रेज किया है, कांग्रेस को क्रिटिसाइज किया है.
अब देखिए, ऐसा है कि मिलिंद देवरा कांग्रेस पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेता रहे हैं, 2-3 बार सांसद रहे, केंद्र में मंत्री रहे, उनके पिताजी कई बार सांसद रहे, केंद्र में मंत्री रहे. तो अब ये हृदय परिवर्तन का कारण तो मिलिंद देवरा ही बता सकते हैं, लेकिन वो यह आरोप बिल्कुल नहीं लगा सकते कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने उन्हें कुछ दिया नहीं है. कांग्रेस पार्टी पर वो आरोप लगा सकता है जिसको कभी नगर सेवक का टिकट न मिला हो, कभी एमपी एमएलए का उसने कुर्सी न देखा हो, वो एक बार आरोप लगाए तो ये समझ में आता है कि अन्याय हुआ है. जिस परिवार को कांग्रेस ने केवल दिया ही दिया हो और इतना बड़ा बनाया हो कि आज एकनाथ शिंदे की कथित शिवसेना ने उनको अपने पार्टी में प्रवेश करवा लिया, तो मैं नहीं समझता कि कोई मन दुख रहा होगा. हाँ, चूंकि मिलिंद देवरा एक व्यापारी भी हैं, तो हो सकता है कि व्यापार से जुड़ा कोई उनकी उन्नति बीजेपी में जल्दी हो जाएगी, क्योंकि सरकार इस समय उनके पास है, तो इसलिए वो गए होंगे. बाकी मैं नहीं समझता कि कोई अन्याय हुआ था कांग्रेस में उनके ऊपर, इसके लिए वो गए होंगे.
बट इसका महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति पे, मुंबई स्पेशली साउथ बॉम्बे, ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि हो सकता है मिलिंद देवरा को साउथ बॉम्बे का टिकट मिले. आप ही के फैक्शन के अरविंद सावंत वहां से सिटिंग एमपी हैं, तो इसका आपकी पार्टी के प्रोस्पेक्ट्स पे, मुंबई की पॉलिटिक्स पर क्या असर देखते हैं?
अगर हम 1 लाख वोट से चुन के आते थे तो इस बार 2 लाख वोट से चुन के आएंगे, क्योंकि मिलिंद देवरा कोई जनाधार वाले नेता नहीं है. वो एक बिजनेसमैन फैमिली से हैं. उनके आदरणीय पिताश्री भी बहुत बड़े, सबको पता है कि धीरूभाई अंबानी जी के करीबी रहे, ये भी मुकेश भाई अंबानी के करीबी हैं. तो ये सब व्यापारी फैमिली है, तो कोई बात नहीं. अब लड़ाई जनता वर्सेस धनबल से होने वाली है, तो जनता हमारे साथ है.
All right, Anand Dubey there dismissing completely any possibility of damage to their party's prospect. The Uddhav Thackeray faction of Shiv Sena's prospects getting damaged by Milind Deora switching sides. Yasha Kotak, I'm sorry I had to interrupt you then. What I was asking you is about the way Milind Deora and Eknath Shinde both spoke about the Prime Minister's leadership. Milind Deora specifically targeting the Congress for doing personal attacks and also mentioning the Prime Minister in the same breath. Very clear that it's a clean, departure of Milind Deora from the Congress party. He is not mincing his words.
Absolutely. In fact, when Milind Deora started his speech, what he in fact spoke is that he is cutting off his ties with Congress, 55-year-old ties. He very categorically mentioned that that he was with Congress for all these years, but now it is under the leadership of Eknath Shinde. That was his starting statement. That was under the leadership of Eknath Shinde that he is cutting off these ties with Congress, and that's where he is moving forward towards development. Now here again, appreciating, or for that matter, speaking about the national level politics, or for that matter, national development, he clearly spoke that he did not want to make attacks on people, he did not want to speak ill about people, but in indirect way, both Eknath Shinde and Milind Deora, they made passing comments against the parties that they were earlier associated with, be it for that matter Eknath Shinde speaking about the Uddhav Thackeray faction, the Shivsena faction with Uddhav Thackeray, but and or for that matter Milind Deora with Congress. He mentioned that he did not want to get into this personal agitation or for that matter make this personal comments against them, but he wanted to work towards people, and that's what he was hinting at. So here what we see is that this departure of Milind Deora from Congress, or for that matter the other 6 to 7 people, the corporators who were with him in BMC, them moving towards the Eknath Shinde faction, what the hint that is coming in, or a sense that they're trying to put forth, is that they want to work towards people. And they also spoke about the last 1.5 year of Eknath Shinde's government right here in Maharashtra, and he also highly appreciated him and his contribution towards people, right from him being a foot soldier to getting on field, something that he appreciated. Speaking of the fact that how Eknath Shinde every weekend goes on ground, has his pet project wherein he's speaking of cleanliness and clean air for Mumbai, something that he appreciated. Yes.
All right. Yasha, do hold on. There are a lot of political reactions that have been generated by this move of Milind Deora. Let's listen in.
ये महाराष्ट्र के लिए, महाराष्ट्रन्स के लिए एक बहुत शुभ अवसर है और इसलिए आज हमने तय किया था कि शिंदे साहब के नेतृत्व में मैं पार्टी छोड़कर उनका साथ देना चाहता हूं। मेरी जो राजनीति है, नकारात्मक राजनीति में मैं विश्वास नहीं करता हूं।
देखिए, हम सभी यहाँ पे मणिपुर में आए हैं। मणिपुर के लोगों ने हमको स्वागत किया है, क्योंकि मणिपुर की बात सिर्फ कांग्रेस पार्टी और इंडिया गठबंधन उठाती है। इस पल पे मिलिंद देओरा जी नहीं है तो उन्हीं का नुकसान है, लेकिन मणिपुर आज इंडिया गठबंधन और कांग्रेस पार्टी को इस यात्रा के दौरान स्वागत कर रही है और खुलेआम से हमको सहयोग कर रही है।
उनके पिता ने भी हमेशा पार्टी के अंदर रहे और जब उनको जरूरत है, पार्टी को उनकी जरूरत है और उतार चढ़ाव हर पार्टी में आते हैं, तो मैं समझता हूं कि जो भी उन्होंने कदम जो उठाया है वो बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। ऐसा है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी हर प्रकार के हथकंडे अपना रही है। इनका मकसद केवल एक ही है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी उनकी नंबर 1 दुश्मन है और उनके ऊपर जिस प्रकार से घात लगा सके, चाहे वो ईडी के द्वारा, चाहे वो सीबीआई के द्वारा, चाहे वो इलेक्शन कमीशन का दुरुपयोग करें, और राहुल गांधी जी का मकसद भी यही है।
आज एक बड़े कांग्रेस नेता हैं, महाराष्ट्र यूनिट से आते हैं, मिलिंद देओरा, उन्होंने कांग्रेस का हाथ छोड़ दिया है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस पे?
देखिए, कांग्रेस के सभी साथ छोड़ेंगे, धीरे धीरे सभी साथ छोड़ेंगे। पहले इन्होंने भारत जोड़ो, काय का भारत जोड़ा था पता नहीं, इनके बाप दादाओं ने कश्मीर को, हमारे से पाकिस्तान को, बांग्लादेश को अलग करने का पाप किया है। एक सिख कौम को 84 के दंगे के अंदर पेड़ गिरता है, बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है, धरती दहलती सिखों का कत्लेआम करने का काम किया है। आप भोपाल कांड को देखेंगे, आज भी लाखों लोग उससे प्रताड़ित हैं। इसलिए काय का जोड़ो, काय की न्याय यात्रा, जनता समाज न्याय मांग रहा है और न्याय का परिणाम भी समाज दे रहा है। 3 राज्यों से इनका पलायन कराया, आगे भी कराने वाले हैं, और जिस प्रकार से सभी लोग प्रधानमंत्री के महायज्ञ के अंदर सब आहुति देने वाले हैं, जैसा बदलता हुआ भारत देख रहे हैं, विकसित भारत देख रहे हैं, सभी की इच्छा ऐसी थी, इसलिए सारे ही अनेकों अनेक लोग जुड़ने वाले हैं और कांग्रेस के अंदर खाली ये माँ बेटे ही अंत में रह जाएंगे और कुछ चापलूस लोग रह जाएंगे।
सुनने में जा रहा है कि वो शिंदे कैंप का हिस्सा बनने वाले हैं और कांग्रेस की तरफ से ये कहा जा रहा है कि उनका कांग्रेस से जाना कुछ खासा फर्क नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि वो साउथ मुंबई से चुनाव लड़ते आए हैं, पिछली बार 2 बार चुनाव हारे भी हैं, अरविंद सावंत ने उनको हराया, तो उस गुट में पहले से कोई किसी तरीके की दिक्कत नहीं होने वाली है कांग्रेस को।
तो ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, पहले ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, कोई दिक्कत होने वाली नहीं है, कि उनको राहुल गांधी ही चाहिए, एक परिवार से ही लोग चाहिए, उनको कोई भी देशभक्त नहीं चाहिए, राष्ट्रवादी लोग नहीं चाहिए, उसी का परिणाम है। और अंत में वो आप देखें ना, वेस्ट बंगाल के अंदर 0 जीत कर 0 पे आ गए, उसके बाद भी खुश हैं, वो 0 से खुश हैं।
देखिए, ये इससे एक निराशा तो होती है। मैं मिलिंद जी को जानता हूँ, मैं राजनीतिक साथी के साथ साथ उनको व्यक्तिगत मित्र भी मानता था, और पिछले कई वर्षों में स्वाभाविक है, हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा उम्र में अलग नहीं हैं, तो एक दूसरे से चर्चा भी होती थी। चर्चा न केवल राजनीतिक होती थी बल्कि विचारों की होती थी, देश का कैसे होना चाहिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के बारे में मेरा क्या ओपिनियन है, उनका क्या है, मोदी के बारे में अपनी अपनी। तो जिस तरह की बातें वो कम से कम मुझसे कहते थे, ऐसा व्यक्ति कांग्रेस छोड़ के भारतीय जनता पार्टी से जुड़े हुए किसी भी घटक दल से जाकर जुड़ जाए, मुझे बहुत आश्चर्य होता है।
Slipping into a very quick break, but stay with us. There's much more coming up on the other side.